Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 Million Challenge, so please stay tuned. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a nice break from trading. Hopefully 2022 will be a prosperous year. In the previous video, we looked at metamaterials and also potential link with Gluco-Y, so please refer back to the previous video for due diligence on the link with the UK partnership of Gluco-Y's and metamaterials. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try and achieve 201 trades, each with a return of 3.5%. And it's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. Once you join us on the challenge, you'll get access to an exclusive in-depth strategy video explaining the process step by step. You'll also get access to the Discord community, which is now well in excess of 300, where people will share due diligence, trading tips, research, buy alerts, etc. In the Discord area, you can read our agreement, the FAQs, you can chat and ask questions, and also get access to the stock spreadsheet. The stock spreadsheet is something that is updated weekly with low and medium risk stocks, color coordinated using Google Finance formula, and also with color coordinated potential buy and risky buy signals. We have a leaderboard to celebrate success and for motivational purposes, which you will also get access to. So details in description below. And now I'd like to start by sharing an opinion on one of George's latest tweets. So the tweet in question here is from 24th of December 2021, and what George has said here is that no one has ever become poor by giving. My family tries to give back whenever we can, in whatever capacity we can. So the general gist of this is that George has donated $783,000 of MMAX stock, 50% to the Red Cross Global COVID Response and 50% to the International Conservation Fund. And George has finished off by stating here that he's previously supported Cancer Research UK, which I think is interesting. In the previous video we looked at metamaterials and the link with Gluco-Y, also based in the UK, looking at the trials, and he stated that this is something that is dear to him in terms of cancer research, and one of the reasons why he became an entrepreneur. So positive news from George, and it also something good in terms of giving us a positive image of what kind of person he is. There may be tax reasons for this, but I don't think that's important. What's important is George has made a very generous donation and positive time of the year. So well, let's give George some credit for this. So the next thing I think investors are now looking for, hopefully we've had good news for charity. We now need good news for the dividend, good news for the stock. So fingers crossed for the future. The next stock I'd like to provide an update for is ticker symbol OCGN OCGN. This is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel. There has been some good news, so let's have a look at this good news. We have a look at the screen in terms of the announcement shared by the company. We can see here that Covaxin has received approval for emergency use in children 12 to 18 years of age. So let's have a look at some of the key bullet points here. Covaxin is formulated uniquely such that the same dosage cannot be administered to adults and children. It also has an established and proven record for safety and efficacy in adults for the original variant and subsequent variants. They have also stated here that they have an excellent safety and immunogenicity data readouts in children. So positive news there. We do know there was some negative news for Pfizer with regard to the vaccine for children, but that's not the case with OCGN here. So let's carry on with what else we can see. The company is looking forward for Covaxin to provide similar levels of protection for adults and children alike. The company would be thanks to Honourable Modi, Prime Minister Modi, for his visionary leadership during the pandemic, and it's also thankful to the Ministry of Health. So this is a good sign. So potentially going forward, the next stage would be approval for adults and also FDA approval, which in my personal opinion, I'm very, very confident that this will happen in 2022. Let's now have a look at the chart for ticker symbol BFRI, just going back prior to 16th of December 2021, and we can see between 16th and 21st of December, this stock was trading between $6 and $8, and if you remember, this was on our watch list from around about the 12th of December. But what's interesting here, we can see a significant spike up and a huge increase in the RSI to in excess of 80 on the 21st of December, where the stock went in excess of $14. Then we saw a little bit of a sell-off on the 22nd of December. And then what's interesting, right at the close of the week, you can see some strong green candles there, a huge increase in the RSI again, massive increase in the volume, and we can see the stock was up close of play on the Friday in excess of 25% at $13.17. Let's now have a look at the latest Fintel data with regard to the short squeeze score for ticker symbol BFRI. We can see what's interesting here on the screen, that this stock is rated as number 1 out of 5,487 stocks with a squeeze score of 99.13. So certainly very interesting, and one that we should keep an eye out for this week. And we can also see here in terms of short shares available on the 24th of December at the time of the latest data available, only 30,000 shares were available. And let's finish off by having a look at the short borrow fees. So on the screen here we can see for the period 23rd to 24th of December, short borrow fees were again significantly high, 149%, and then 23rd of December went down a little bit to 137%. But what's very interesting here is the latest data, 24th of December 2021, in terms of the short borrow fee has gone up from 137 to 180%. So certainly getting very interesting here for BFRI. The next stock I'd like to share with you is also a potential squeeze stock. This is ticker symbol KTTA. Again, this is a stock that we have been watching for a while in the Discord. So let's start by having a look at the chart. So on the screen here, we can see the chart again. Going back to the period approximately 21st of December, we can see from the period 20th to the 23rd of December, this stock was very stable between the price of $1.40 and $1.60. But what we can see is on the 23rd of December, there was a significant increase in volume. The RSI jumped from below 40 to well in excess of 80, huge increase in volume, and we can see a very significant increase in the share price, at one point going well in excess of $2.40. So there was a little bit of a sell-off, a little bit of consolidation, but right near the end, close of play, the stock did shoot up again from around about $1.80, closing at $2.01, and up a very significant 36.73%. Let's now have a look at some of the reasons why this stock has gone up quite significantly. So on the screen here, we'll be able to see some of the news covering the stock. We can see that it was one of the largest gainers on the Friday, and at midday it was up around about 36%, which is quite substantial. We can also see in terms of an announcement, there was an announcement on Tuesday, the 21st, and the company stated that it's opened a second therapy clinic in the UK. So we'll have a look at details of that shortly, but let's have a look at a quote from the CEO in the middle. We can see the CEO stated that through our second London clinic, we're pleased to increase access to this important therapy for patients in the UK with treatment-resistant mental health disorders. More than ever, new treatment therapies are urgently needed for these patients, and by broadening our coverage, we can work to close the treatment gap. So a good new statement here, and also positive news. So at the bottom, we can see that the company is showing that it's working hard to continue to grow. So it's a good example of diversification and expansion across the world here. The company is a biotech company working on R&D related to new treatments for a broad range of psychological and neurodegenerative disorders. This includes molecule development, IV infusions of ketamine in both clinical and home settings. So although it's a relatively niche market, the need for new forms of mental health treatment has continued to increase. With this in mind, I think this stock is something that should be on our watch list. And I think with COVID coming into question, I think mental health is certainly something that is going to be much more important going forward as well. Let's have a look at some of the latest information with regard to this therapy. Again, this is a headline from December the 26th, 2021. And we can see here that the therapy may swiftly reduce depression and suicidal thoughts. So from London, we can see here that ketamine therapy is a swift short-term effect on reducing symptoms of depression and suicidal thoughts that the new research has found. So this is strong evidence for the use of this treatment for major depression and also bipolar depression. reducing swiftly after 1 to 4 hours of a single treatment. So this is exceptionally good news, and it's also stating here that the effect could last up to 2 weeks, so very positive news. We can also see a quote from the University of Exeter here. The research suggests that ketamine may be useful in providing rapid relief from depression, suicidal thoughts, creating a window of opportunity for further therapeutic interventions to be effective. And finally, it's important to note that the review examined ketamine administration in carefully controlled clinical settings where any risks of ketamine can be safely managed. So this is positive news. It also looks like there's going to be huge potential going forward. And with more success, I think there could be potential expansion across Europe, USA and Canada. And finally, if you'd like to get full access to our weekly watch list as well as join us on the $1 Million Challenge, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.